Hey, what's up, champions? How you doing? Gediminas here. Welcome along. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are rocking and rolling. Hope you had a tremendous week. And today, it's a really unusual title, right? I don't have any money, right? What does that mean? Well, let me ask you a question. Are you right now in a situation where you don't have enough money, where things are just not happening for you in life, you're not in the right place in life, maybe you're not living in the house of your dreams, maybe you're not driving the car of your dreams, maybe you don't really like your job or your career or whatever, maybe you're somewhere where you're not supposed to be at, right? And hey Nanata, hey Cynthia, and there's always an opportunity to change your life, but you might be in a situation where, hey Chico, you might be in a situation where you keep saying, I don't have any money to go to that event. I don't have any money to go to that training. I don't have any money to buy that training course. I don't have any money to go to the company convention. I don't have any money to go to the event in America or whatever, right? You might be saying those things, right? And I understand it. I understand you feel it's valid, etc. But I wanted to tell you a couple of stories today. We just came back from Las Vegas, life-changing event, completely awesome, called GoPro Recruiting Mastery, run by a guy called Eric Worre, super successful. The whole event was just insane. I'm still buzzing. I'm still pumped. It was exciting, right? And there were a number of stories being told in that event, and it started getting into sort of a pattern, right? And really, I wanted to share with you that I hope you will really understand this. I hope you will really stop for a moment doing whatever you do and just listen to me for the next 5 minutes, and maybe, just maybe, your life could change. Maybe something could happen where, you live a completely different life. Maybe next year could become the year that 10, 20, 30 years from now, you'd say, in that year, everything changed. In that moment, everything changed for me. So just give me a couple of minutes and I want to share a few things with you that hopefully will impact your life. Okay? So the first story was Eric Worre's story. And again, those of you who are in network marketing, you know who Eric Worre is. He's super famous now. He became one of the biggest generic trainers in network marketing, making millions, from his training business, etc. But Eric Worre was telling a story about how he started out in network marketing. And when he was starting out, he was broke. He was not making any money. He was really struggling. And it was just tough, right? But what he did, he heard that there was a guy coming to do a training about 12 hours away from where he lived. There was a guy coming there to do some work, to do some presentations, etc. And he called that guy and he said, could I please come and see how you work? Because he knew that the guy was successful, the guy was getting great results, etc. So he said, could I just come and shadow you? Could I just look over your shoulder and see what you're doing? And Eric Worre at that time, he was a young guy. And he didn't have any money. He had a beat-up car, very, very barely driving. And obviously, he didn't have money to fly over there. So he sat in his beat-up car and he drove 12 hours to the city where the guy was doing the presentations, to go and shadow and watch him, see what he does, what he says, how he says it. And when he arrived to the hotel where the guy was staying, where the big leader was staying, obviously he didn't have any money to stay in a hotel. So what he would do, he would sleep in the car outside the hotel. Then in the morning, he would go in a hotel, wash himself up in the bathroom of the hotel, and then he would sit at the reception. When the guy comes downstairs from his room, he would just pretend that like he stays at the hotel too, and he would jump in a car with the guy, go watch him do presentations, etc. That experience has changed his life because he learned stuff straight away from this big leader, how he was talking, what he was doing, how he was presenting the business. And then Eric Worre went on and become super successful, rich, that you know him now. He became, $1 million earner in his network marketing company, became very wealthy, etc. Then Jeff goes to talk about, and Jeff was the guy who Eric Worre went to see, and Jeff goes to speak, and guess what Jeff says? Jeff says, when I was a young guy and I was broke as a waiter, I wanted to also learn how to build a business. And I went to an event where, again, I couldn't afford to be there, right? So he went to the event again to the hotel with his car, and he slept in his car, and he would go in the gym in the morning, in the hotel gym, exercise, then wash in a shower, then wear the shirt again and go to the conference, right? Again, and that changed his life. Then there was at this conference this year, at the GoPro, there was a guy from, I think he was from Brazil or from Venezuela, right? Spanish-speaking guy. And again, he said a story that last year, he came to GoPro last year, right, in 2017, and there was only, I think, 3 or 4 of them at the event, and he could not afford $8 for an Uber to drive to the event, so he would walk about 30 to 45 minutes to the Stratosphere, which is the other end of the Las Vegas Strip, right, every single morning to come to the event, and every single evening after it, because he couldn't afford $8 to travel, to come to the actual hotel where the GoPro was happening. But guess what happened? He came to the event to Las Vegas. He attended the GoPro in 2017. He walked 45 minutes every day to where he was staying. Then he took what he learned at GoPro, went back to Brazil or Venezuela where he's from. And this year, he came back with 135 people from his team. The guy is now earning about $80,000 a month. From last year, not being able to afford $8 to take an Uber to come to the event and walking every single day for 45 minutes, to this year coming back, already earning $80,000 a month. Can you understand that? Right? Because he went out of his comfort zone, because he went out of whatever and traveled to the event in spite of being poor. Despite all the obstacles, he was able to learn life-changing things and go back and change his life completely, turn his life around completely, turn his business around completely, right? So my message today is that all excuses are equal. You might be a person who goes, but you don't understand my situation. My situation is different, because I have this health problem, or because I have this child, or because I know it's hard to hear. I know it's so difficult to hear, but all excuses are equal. You can either make an excuse or you can use it as a reason to do something. So, I'm inviting you to come with me to GoPro next year. Actually, I went on and I bought 10 tickets from my own pocket because it's a huge discount. It's going to cost about $700 to attend that event. I went and spent $2,500 to buy 10 tickets. So you get a ticket for $250 instead of $700, so that you could come with me, because I cannot take what I learned there and give it to you, the energy, the feeling, the life-changing element of it. I just cannot do that. I need you to come with me there. But unless you make that decision, unless you make that commitment, then nothing will change in your life. If you're broke, you will stay broke unless something snaps inside of you, unless you get that breakthrough, unless you get that paradigm shift, that mindset shift to where you go, I get it now. I understand it now. Now it all makes sense. Your success is like a combination lock. It's like 5-digit lock, right? And you might be just 1 digit away, right? You just need that to click into place and bam, it opens up. You know now where to go. You know what to do. You know what's going to drive you, and your whole life changes. And next year, you come back with 135 people to the event. Next year, you come back making 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 a month, right? There was another guy who said his first GoPro event was 4 years ago, and he was sitting at the back of the hall making about $200 a week. This year, he was on the stage teaching us, because this year he has made $3.2 million because he attended the GoPro 4 years ago, because he learned what he had to learn to go back, apply in his business, and have that breakthrough and have that huge business, right? Can you see a pattern here? Like we heard story after story after story after story, $1 million earner after $1 million earner after $1 million, all going on a stage saying events change life. I had to be here. When I came to this event, everything changed life, right? So for that breakthrough to happen, you have to make a decision. You have to commit to yourself. First of all, say, hey, I'm going. I'm buying this ticket And whatever happens, I'm going to have to make the money. I'm going to have to make the shift. I'm going to have to make the change in order to make it to that event. And after that, once you are there, once you've learned everything, guess what? Then you can attack with completely different persistence. Then you can attack with completely different mindset, right? So you have to have the change. Something has to change. We've heard this phrase a million times again, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is a sign of insanity. Well, it's true, right? If you are in a bad situation right now in your life, if you're broke right now, if you don't have money right now, if whatever is happening, you're not getting results in your business right now, and you carry on doing what you've been doing up until now, guess what you're going to be saying next year? I'm still broke. I'm still not getting results. I'm still not building my team. I'm still not selling anything. I'm still not recruiting anything because you're doing the same thing. But if you change something, then something can snap into place. Then something can happen where you now go, I get it now. Finally, I'm on track, right? So this is my message today. Use your excuses as the reasons why to do it, right? If you're not in the right place, that's the reason why you need to go. If you're broke, that's the reason why you need to go. If you don't have enough money, that's the reason why you need to go there. If you don't have enough time, that's the reason why you have to go there. If you don't have enough health, that's the reason why you have to go there, right? I'm hoping so much that this is making any sense to you guys. I'm hoping that this will hit, home with at least one of you on this Facebook Live. If it does, I'm going to be a happy man. I would have achieved my goal for today. Okay? So I hope you got value from this. If you did get value from this, if you did get value from me going crazy on you, then feel free to share this with other people. Feel free to share this video. And tonight, I'm actually going to be doing a webinar where I'm going to be sharing what we've learned at the GoPro. But this is not replace you going to GoPro. Because what I'm going to be sharing tonight on the webinar is not even 1/100th of what you would have learned if you went there. I was sitting there, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the most amazing thing. But you know what I was most gutted about? You know what I was most upset about? It was because it was only me and Rita there. I so would have wished all of you to be there. I so would have wished all of you to be there. And you know what? Some of you already said you're coming with me next year, which I'm super proud of you. However, it's not enough. It's not enough. One, you have to make a decision right now that I'm going there next year. Because this is an event where thousands of people said it changed their life, it changed their business, it changed their income. So there is no question you should be there. But moreover, I'd love you to make a decision that I will be there, but I'm taking people with me. I'm not going there on my own. I'm going there with my team. Because if you do what I did, if you go by yourself, guess what? You'll be sitting there with me next year saying, damn it, I wish my team members were here. I wish my leaders were here, because you would just explode my business. So make a decision, go there yourself, but then make another decision to spend the next 12 months promoting it so badly to your team that you go there with one person, 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people. You have to be there. Trust me, if you want your life to change, events change life. And you have to be at those events. Because I can bring you what I've learned, but I cannot bring you the vibrations of the speakers. I cannot bring you the vibration of 10,000 people saying, yes, go pro, right? It's just insane. You know, the energy you get, the emotion you get from those speakers. I can tell you what they said, but I will not make you cry like they made me cry. I will not make you excited the way they made me excited. I will not make you, successful the way that they helped me to become successful. You have to be there. It's irreplaceable, right? There's only so much we can do through Zoom or through Skype, etc. Some of these events, you have to be there live. And next year is the 10th anniversary. So it's going to be the biggest ever, right? Eric Worre will take all the stops out and he's going to just make it into a spectacular show. You have to be there. I mean, this year we had Les Brown, John Maxwell, Magic Johnson. Think who we'll have there. I mean, previous years, they've had Richard Branson, Brendan Bouchard, Tony Robbins. So think, year 10, the biggest event, the anniversary, it's going to be insane, right? But you have to be there. But tonight, this evening at 8 o'clock, I'll be doing a training where I will share some of the things that we've learned over the 3 days. So if you want to be at that training, just go over to titaniumsuccess.co.uk/webinar, titaniumsuccess.co.uk/webinar, and you'll be able to register and attend that webinar. I'll be sharing some pretty good stuff that we've learned over the 3 days, but obviously I can't share everything because it was 3 days of training, okay? Awesome, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for your support. Thanks for your love. Have a great rest of your day. And some of you, I'll see you tonight on the webinar. Bye for now.